Well, today we are in Coimbatore. We're here at the racetrack, the coast track in fact, and we're here for a very special car. We are here for the Tata Altroz Racer. We already have seen this car at the Auto Expo last year, and Tata Motors has finally decided to launch this car. It comes with a 1.2 turbocharged petrol, which makes 120 bhp and 170 Nm of torque. You also get a 6-speed gearbox, and the 0 to 100 figure for this car is in a very impressive 11 seconds. Yes, it is impressive because this segment doesn't really have cars which offer you great performance. So, how is this car to drive? How is this car to sit in? How is this car in terms of ride comfort? We'll answer all these questions in today's video review. If you want to watch this video in Hindi, then you can please subscribe to our channel Times Drive. The link is in the box below. And if you want to watch a detailed walk around of the design and the features, then you can also check that video out in the link below. We won't get into the design details because we've already done that, but let's talk about the interiors, the features, as well as the driving bits. My name is Ashish Masih. Welcome to Times Drive English. Well, so now I'm inside the cabin of the Tata Altroz Racer. I have to say that the quality of this cabin is quite good. It always has been a nice cabin. Now, how does it stand in front of the i20? Well, I have to say it is almost at par with its main rival, the i20. The plastic quality on the top is good, but towards the lower part, some of the plastics could have been slightly better. So that's something where Tata can still improve. You also get lots of equipment. Of course, you get digital dials. You get automatic headlamps. You also get cruise control. You also get a voice enabled sunroof. Yes, all you do is press this button.
Say a command.
And then you need to say something like this: I want to see the sky.
Okay, opening.
And then the sunroof opens up. So that's something which is quite fancy. Seat comfort is good. You get automatic climate control. You get lots of connected apps. You get big door bins where you can keep those big bottles. And of course, the doors open nice and wide at a 90-degree angle, so that ingress and egress is quite good. And of course, the build quality is quite good because the doors have that very solid and confidence-inspiring thud. Now you also get this huge box over here where you can keep your sunglasses and other paraphernalia. And of course, the glove box also is nice and deep, and it's a cool box, which means that on those long distance journeys you will have no issues. Now this car has a lot of orange elements around the AC vents, on the seats, and of course the gear lever, because it is the racing version. So if you don't really like orange color, then you might have two things to say about it. But if you prefer this orange and you don't mind it, then it really looks nice, sporty, and quite good. Lots of black, lots of grey, and shades of light grey as well. I think the cabin of this car deserves a good score of 9 out of 10 because it comes loaded with the features, with tech, as well as a certain feel-good factor, which is hard to miss. Now let's jump in the back seat and see how good that really is. Well, so now I'm inside the cabin of the Altroz. In fact, I'm in the rear seats, and I have to say that headroom is quite generous. Knee room also is decent, and you of course get pockets over here in the back of the front seat, so you can keep your wallet or some small stuff. The windows are also nice and large, so you don't really feel claustrophobic. And of course, the door bins are decent. They're not the biggest, but they're decent to house maybe half a liter bottle and stuff like that. You also get an armrest, but there aren't any beverage holders. And the backrest angle also is quite good. Now you don't get a headrest for the middle passenger, which is quite odd because this car can generally have 3 people at the back because the floorboard is flat and it is quite a nice and wide car. So 3 people at the back should not be an issue. But why has Tata Motors done some cost cutting over there? It's a bit of a surprise. Your own AC vents and USB old school is also available inside this car. Now here at the back you get this orange and white stripe over here, and the cabin is completely dark and black, so some of you might feel claustrophobic, or you might think that it is claustrophobic, but it's not, because you get a nice and large sunroof, and of course you get big windows. I'll give the back seat of this car a strong score of 8 out of 10. Now I won't show you the boot, but we will take this car out for a spin because this car is all about the driving, and tell you what a big difference that 1.2 turbocharged 120 bhp engine makes to the whole characteristics of the Tata Altroz. Now if you want to watch this video in Hindi, you can check out the link in the box below. And if you want to watch this video, the Altroz, when it came out with the diesel, you can also check that out. We'll put that link in the box below as well. Now let's go and take this car out for a spin. Well, so here I am driving the Tata Altroz Racer. This car comes with a 1.2 petrol, which makes about 120 bhp, and it makes 170 newton meters of torque, and all that power is transferred to the wheels via this 6-speed manual gearbox. Yes, it's a 6-speed manual. Now what the extra 6 gear does is essentially it gives you great flexibility, especially on the highway. So maybe you're doing speeds in excess of 100 kph. The engine spins at around 20 to 120, 300 rpm, which makes the cabin a relatively isolated place to be in. But that said, the engine's noise vibration levels could have been improved, especially when you rev it up hard. You can feel the thrum of the engine, and some of the vibrations do filter the cabin through the gear lever as well as the clutch, especially when you're at standstill. So that's something which a lot of customers, will feel. So that is something which Tata Motors should improve, because the Fronx from Maruti, which also has a turbo, and the i20 line, which also has a turbo, and they sell at roughly the same price point. Both of them offer you better refinement levels than this turbo engine. So that's something which Tata maybe can improve. What they can also improve is the gearbox quality, because the gearbox, again, on both the cars which are in the same price bracket, the rivals really, is better. The clutch action also could be a little lighter. It's a very heavy clutch in that department, and these are things that can be improved. What there are no complaints about is the ride comfort. It's the best car in this segment for sure. The ride comfort, it really does go over those bumps and potholes with very good authority. It just annihilates all those badly passive roads and eats right into those badly passive roads. So no complaints about that as well. And what you'll also like is the steering wheel, because the steering wheel is very accurate. It has a lot of weight, and it gives you very good feedback as well. So those are things which customers will enjoy about the Tata Altroz. The acceleration, well, Tata Motors claims an acceleration figure of 0 to 100 in 9.2 seconds, and I think these are respectable figures considering the size and the segment that this car is in. What you'll also like is the nice and chunky mirrors, and visibility all across is generally quite good. So, what is my final score with this car? Well, I have to say that it is a good package, it's a powerful package, but somehow it just lacks the overall refinement as well as the overall sophistication and the finesse that its main rivals, especially cars like the Fronx and the i20 N-Line, have proven, because both those cars also come with a turbo, and this car definitely could do with a little more refinement, especially at idle speeds. Anyways, guys, I'll give this car 89 out of 100 in the driving department. If the refinement levels are better, I could have easily given it a better score of 95 out of 100. Now it's time for me to stop the car and give you a final summary report. Well, so overall, if you're a fan of the Tata Altroz, and in particular of Tata Motors, then this is the best version of the Altroz to pick, the Racer. But it is a little expensive, and at the same price you can get the Hyundai i20 N-Line if you want a hatchback, or you can also get the Nexon and the Punch, the top version of that car, if you're a fan of SUVs, which really are the flavor at the moment, and everybody loves SUVs. So you can also choose those two cars from the Tata Motors family. This one is good in terms of performance, in terms of ride comfort, as well as the overall features. But that said, it still doesn't offer you that same kind of sophistication that a Hyundai i20 N-Line offers, and doesn't have that same finesse when it comes to driving in terms of the overall refinement as the i20 N-Line offers. So do check out the i20 as well, and do check out the Nexon and the Punch at roughly the same price point as well. We'll put the videos in the box below. It's bye for now, and thanks so much for watching this video.